and welcome to this discussion around our career framework, your opportunity to help shape your own career and shape teaching for years to come.
This discussion came out of our 2016 collective agreement. That agreement led to the establishment of a working group tasked with developing a new career framework, one that better suits the aspirations of teachers and principals and best serves the needs of children in all communities.
The Ministry of Education, STAR, the Education Council and NZI Aotearoa are all represented on that working group, and shortly we'll share some of its current thinking. But first let's briefly recap on some of our ideas that have influenced the group to date. You described how career development for teachers is currently ad hoc. While we all have access to the same base pay scale, our career opportunities are mainly dependent on the school we work at.
Does our school have roles available with units or allowances allocated to them? Do any of those roles match our particular skills, interests and passions? And is that role vacant or likely to become vacant in the future?
You told us that the current framework values management talents over all others.
And that's fine for those of you who want to move into management, but many of you told us that your primary interest is in curriculum and pedagogy, not management.
Nor did all of us want to advance our careers by working in a big urban school. You told us that teachers who work in smaller and rural schools and are committed to those communities deserve to grow their careers and develop their skills too. You pointed out that tamariki and small communities deserve teachers who have access to career development in the same way as if they were working in a bigger school.
And you clearly stated that improving learning outcomes in the future was dependent upon keeping passionate educators in the profession, teachers and principals who had opportunities to grow throughout their careers.
All of these messages have been taken on board by the working group as they've set about their task of coming up with a new framework. It's been an exacting process, as it should be, and there's a way to go yet. But we're pleased to report that there's a lot of common thinking about where the profession could head.
In seeking a way forward, the Working Party looked at models from overseas because we're not alone in recognising the need for a 21st century career framework. They found a number of interesting models, but agreed that Aotearoa needs a framework that fits its unique context, one that reflects our communities, fits in with our ambitions, and enhances the mana of our profession. So where's the working group at in its thinking?
They've come up with a broad concept for us to consider, one they want us to discuss and indicate our support for before they develop detail.
The underlying principle they're agreed upon is that any framework ought to focus on improving learner outcomes, and that we do this by developing and recognising the professional knowledge, skills and attributes that contribute to learning. Simply, we need to grow professional expertise. And to do this, we need to broaden our definition of expertise. Currently, it's largely defined by roles. We are principals, DPs, APs, team leaders, resource teachers, and so on. And these roles will remain. However, they will sit alongside a new framework that recognises expertise in 3 focus areas.
The first of these focus areas, or strands, is adult-to-adult expertise, something also known as andragogy. It's the sharing of expertise and mentoring that many of us do on a daily basis. Many existing management roles require strong elements of this expertise, but it is by no means confined to those roles. Our second focus area is pedagogical expertise, knowledge and skill in working with diverse learners, while the third strand is expertise in curriculum.
Currently, all teachers enter the profession with some expertise across all these areas, and they continue to grow this over time. What's proposed, however, is that the framework will have clear tiers or stages of progression across the 3 strands, giving opportunities for us to more effectively pursue a particular strength or passion.
It would offer people's pathways to specialise in one or all of those 3 strands. If I think about the example of somebody who's really interested in working with special needs, they would be able to develop curriculum knowledge around the types of knowledge particular kids with special needs need, in terms of pedagogy, exploring how you can best work with them, and then in terms of andragogy, working with a group of teachers around how they can best deliver those needs. We typically see that role going to somebody who's taken on the SENCO role. But what we're talking about is a career framework that would allow people to develop expertise in those areas, whether or not they had the SENCO role or not.
You can see how an RTLB role would require expertise in andragogy, working adult to adult, or how expertise in literacy, the arts or PE might gain recognition through the curriculum strand. There are a host of skills, knowledge and dispositions within our profession that are currently under-recognised and under-supported. This career framework seeks to change all that.
It will provide an opportunity to recognise and support the te reo and tikanga skills of kaiako working in Māori immersion settings. Ongoing development will include a focus on what this looks like in Te Ao Māori.
So how does one progress along this framework? There's still a way to go in settling this, but the current thinking is that teachers and principals will progress by demonstrating expertise aligned with professional standards.
It might be that progression is connected to the annual appraisal process, or it could involve external input, similar to the current asset model or national coal panel, or involve recognition of academic qualifications. As we said, further work needs to be done in this space.
There's also work to be done in determining what form recognition might take. It might involve increased remuneration, access to specific roles, or other professional or industrial benefits. Importantly, the framework would make status portable. If you moved school, you would remain in your tier.
This presentation has been to sketch out the conceptual model and prompt response from you. It's your career, so you need to be engaged in the discussion.
We suggest that you take time now to do 3 things. Discuss what you've heard and consider how your personal goals and passions might or might not be catered for in the concept being proposed.
Consider what questions and issues are raised by the concept. The working party needs to hear them, but it also wants to hear your suggested ideas and answers.
Ultimately, the working party wants you to tell them if they're on the right track. They genuinely want to know this before they move on to the next phase of developing a detailed framework.
We suggest you visit the website and use the resources there to guide your discussions. Those resources are being added to, and we hope to have some more videos there soon as well.
Thanks for your time, enjoy your discussions, and let us know your thoughts. Mā te wā.